What up, though? It's Ace West for Radio 1 Originals, and I got Payroll, Detroit's own, who recently just signed to Def Jam.
Yeah.
Which to me is pretty dope. What was your thoughts when you got that call saying that they were interested in signing you?
It's a blessing, you know. Like originally it was put together through my guy Steve-O, and he was over there with Jeezy, like when I was signed over there, and he just stayed in touch with me and just, you know, he believed in what I was doing from day one, put it together.
I heard that when you were in the room signing those papers that like Rick Rubin, Russell Simmons, and Jay-Z were there too, or no?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
I was reading an interview and I was like, wait, what? You had all three of them in the building? Like,
no,
that's epic.
I wish. Man.
I was like, hold on. But you did end the year off on a high note with that, and then started off the year even better with Big Bossin Volume 2.
Yeah.
It's a different sound. It's not Detroit. I'm not from Detroit. So when I first moved here, I'm from Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Toronto.
Yes, the 6th side. But Detroit music is really Detroit. It's its own sound. But when you listen to Big Bossin Volume 2, it's not at all.
I mean, it's like it's kind of Detroit. Like if you familiar with like the like late '90s, early 2000s Detroit music, like because Detroit and Cali kind of like got like the same similarities sound wise. So it's to some people it's like, man, this is super Detroit, but others it's like, oh, it's kind of Cali-ish, you know what I'm saying? But
I definitely got the Cali vibe, and then once I got to the E40 track, I was just like, for sure Cali, like you could tell that he was on that. So you worked with Cardo for this project.
Yeah.
How were you guys able to come sonically and bring like your two different sounds to create this project?
Cardo, he just reached out to me through an email, and the rest was history. Like his beats just, they speak to me. You know, like if the beat don't speak to me, I just pass on it. And his beats always spoke to me. Like his beats be kind of laid back and groovy, bossy. You know, and that's really just what I be on, just laid back. You know, give you a little game, and it just fit perfect.
If you could describe the project in one word, what would it be?
One word.
Yes.
Okay.
I can give you 3 if you need it, but I prefer
I would just say motivation.
Motivation. Okay, so I know growing up, you've talked about growing up with young parents. They were really young when they had you, and they were in the streets and stuff like that. How has that childhood experience been able to motivate you and like just influence your music career?
I'd say it just kept me going. Like just where I came from, and the neighborhood I grew up in, and just the things I grew up seeing. Like all this is a blessing to me. That's why I never complain, like good or bad. Like things could just be way worse. And like the neighborhood I grew up in, I lost like almost everybody I grew up with, to the streets. So I should be blessed to be here.
Absolutely. How are you going to change that for your children? I don't know. Do you have a kid now?
Yeah, I got 2.
Ooh, 2 kids. So how are you going to change that, your childhood experiences from theirs?
Well, my kid's not going to grow up on Finkel Ave.
Yeah.
Like my kids growing up in the suburbs. So, they still get their love in the hood, just off strength of their family roots, but my kids was raised in the suburbs.
I feel you. So what's one thing that inspires you every single day to just be better and grind harder?
Probably my kids, for real. Like my son, he's like one of my biggest fans, and he always asks me when some new music coming out and give me ideas, and I really be listening to him. So.
Really? How old is he?
He's 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you bring them to the studio?
Yeah, I brought my son to the studio. He actually got a whole video.
Oh, really?
With my director, Jerry, for his birthday. I let him shoot a video.
Aww.
Put it together, and he laid it out. I ain't put it out yet.
You definitely need to drop that.
Yeah,
Let me know. We can drop it on Hot's website. Do you think if you didn't have to do music or you were in the music industry, what would you do? What would your life be?
I'd probably say I'd probably be in the real estate or club owner or something.
Yeah.
You know, something real in the back. You know,
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't even hear me.
What would your club name be called?
My club would be called, I don't know, probably Legitimate. Club Legitimate.
Okay. Okay, well, I don't know. Is that going to cater to, the urban crowd, or we going to the Caucasians?
We going to Club Legitimate, man. Sound like somewhere you want to be at,
Totally. Fly shit only.
Yeah.
Okay, if you could make an album to your life, what are like 3 to 5 songs that you would include on it? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be rap. It could be some Motown. It could be some country.
You mean like songs that's already out?
Mm-hmm.
That relates to my life?
Yep.
Oh, man, that's a good question. Dang. I don't know. I'm sure it's a song called Rags to Riches somewhere.
I don't know. Probably.
So many songs popping in my head. To my life. Bling Bling.
And who's that by?
BG.
I don't
Cash
know.
Money. You don't know Bling Bling?
I don't.
What?
I don't know who that is.
Wow.
But I'm going to go home and I'm going to listen to it.
You have never heard Bling Bling?
No.
Cash Money, Lil Wayne?
No.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know. 3 songs. Come Roll by Blade, Icewood, Street Lords. I know you ain't heard that.
No, but that's Detroit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
One more.
One more. I don't know, some Jay-Z. Gotta be some Jay-Z in there. Can't think of what Jay-Z song. He got so many of them. Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents.
Dead
Okay.
Presidents, Jay-Z.
That works for me.
Yeah.
And I know your friend Cardo believes in manifestation. How has putting out your goals into the atmosphere? Because I'm big on manifestation.
Okay.
How has that? Have you believed in it before you met him, or?
Yeah. I mean, I was already on a certain path, my music, but me and his thing it just like we did something just trying it out, and it just worked, and he seen that from day one. Like he was like always on the phone with me, like, man, it's gonna be big, we're gonna change the game, we're gonna change the sound, and all of that really happened, like quick, for real. Like we put our first album out together probably in 2015, and probably by the 3rd day it was out, we was getting calls from labels, and we just been negotiating ever
This shit
since.
fire.
Yeah.
So you believe that you're destined to be here?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like I got a purpose. I think my purpose is to help people out around me, better people. Give people motivation and stuff like that.
How are you gonna help Detroit?
Really opening that door up. Opening that door up and giving jobs to people. Like build my community up, opening businesses over there, giving jobs, and stuff I really been doing, but just in a
Well, when you
different
go
way.
out, don't forget about Detroit.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Don't get too
Detroit
bougie
part of
for
it.
us.
Never that.
Do you have any advice for anybody who is coming up and who's like currently in the streets that would aspire to be in the music industry?
Someone that's in the streets trying to get into music. You gotta choose one lane for sure. You can't do both. You can't. Like you probably get away with it for a minute, but it's gonna come a time you're gonna have to pick one up. And just be confident in who you is. Like don't let people tell you, oh, you ain't from the hood no more because you don't be in the hood all day, or you ain't real unless this that's
don't listen
all
to them.
Just retarded.
They're
stuff.
trying to bring you down.
Yeah, like can't no man validate
Yeah.
no other man to me.
Yeah.
Like you know who you are at the end of the day. So.
And it's just negativity, because I really believe when you have to surround yourself with the right people who are on the same path as you for them to really understand, or you're just gonna be mediocre like everybody else.
Yeah, I come from a certain lifestyle, but like I hang with dudes that work in the plant, and dudes that don't even come from that background. Like that's because they my people and they some good positive dudes. I don't need to surround myself with a bunch of people that's gonna put my life in jeopardy. Not now. That's in the past.
Yeah. I feel you. Well, you're on a good path. Congratulations to everything that has happened.
Appreciate that.
You know, Big Bossin Volume 2 is up next.
Yeah.
And future projects to come soon, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Movies, books, all of that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you doing it all.
Probably not books. I just said books out there.
You never know, though.
Good idea.
Okay, manifest it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So.